Rams looking for revenge. One of the favorites looking to move on. Off we go from Charlotte.
Go.
It's a short kick. And it's returned to the 25-yard line.
They're going to hang in there with this Rams defense.
This offense ranks just 27th in the NFL, but scored a season-high 31 against L.A. in that win. Rico Dowdle.
For the Rams team, and running the ball is going to be a big factor today.
Yeah, they only ran for 19 yards in the regular season finale against Tampa Bay. Young's first throw is incomplete. He wanted Legette. With the defense from Durant, there is no flag.
Looking to change that here today.
This is where they're so tough on 3rd down and long. Young gets rid of it to Legette, regains his footing, breaks one tackle, and stopped the yard short by Kinchins.
They've got to utilize the 4th.
First matchup they did. Went 3 for 3 with a pair of touchdowns on 4th down. Young's in trouble. On the move. Throws, and it's broken up. And already things different for the Rams than they were in November.
Offense went up and down the field at will.
Stafford on the first play has Puka Nacua coming loose, and of course he does. 129 catches during the regular season to lead the NFL, and 16 yards on his first catch today.
Yeah, we're going to dive into it as this game goes on. In my mind, he's the front runner. Often, in my mind, Joe, is his willingness as a blocker at the point of attack.
That's what he's in there to do right here, is to hand it off, and Kyren Williams zips his way inside the 25. Play action. They do this more than anybody. It's Nacua with his second catch. And a first down for the Rams as Nacua takes it inside the 15. Right there with Drake May. Going to be Stafford or May. Head-to-head for MVP. Going end zone. Puka Nacua, and just like that, Los Angeles is on the board. Nacua with his 3rd catch of the drive. It's a 14-yard touchdown.
Sean McVay, one of the best offensive minds in football. He understands that there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on Puka Nacua. So the idea of being able to move him around, that time he aligns in the backfield. That's a nightmare start if you're the Panthers.
Rams get the short field. Drive starts at the 45-yard line, and 40 of the yards are covered by 3 catches from Puka Nacua.
To go back to pinning teams at closer to their 20.
Second drive for the Panthers. Blitz is coming. Young over the middle. Has a completion to Jalen Coker.
But you also can't overcommit. Right? You just don't want to get into a bunch of passing situations because you run your head into the wall on early downs.
Hand off Chuba Hubbard. Hubbard's got a first down on his first carry. First down and 10. Young scans, checks it down. Chuba Hubbard. Tackle shy of the 40.
And then force you to operate in 3rd and pass.
Empty set here on 2nd down. Young under pressure. There's a flag down, and Young is down as he's sacked by Braden Fisk.
The holding call, you see him right here at left tackle, going up against the young rookie Stewart, and just runs him over. And you hate to speculate, but just kind of gets buckled down and immediately starts holding that right knee.
He was the first-round pick in 2022 starter.
Holding. Offense number 79. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
And the left tackle, Ike Ekwonu, is down. He's got Byron Young, who's got 12 sacks lined up over him. Young, lofty, McMillan, incomplete. Good punt. Smith back to his own 10. That thing kept on carrying, and what a play right there. An amazing punt of 55 yards, and then Isaiah Simmons, the tackle.
Just a great play by Simmons. I mean, just there, immediately good leverage tackle. And listen, I know we talk field position, and against this Rams team, it's just very hard. Between the 30s, they're just one of the more difficult teams to stop. They have the most red zone trips in the league. One of the fewest 3-and-out.
From inside their own 10, the Rams go to work, and it's Blake Corum. Much bigger role here in year 2, more than 700 yards after he hardly played as a rookie.
This is the best offense in football.
2nd and 6. Stafford finds Nacua. It's been all Puka Nacua so far. Already his 4th catch, over 50 yards. Latest evolution of this offense. I know we're going to talk about that as this day goes on. Trend-setting Rams. Corum waits for something to develop. Not much there, but he powers his way ahead.
He's got a highlight reel already We're not even halfway through the first quarter.
2nd and 4. Corum again. Stop the yard shy. Corum. Stuffed. Turk Walton, who's got a couple of Super Bowl rings from his time in Kansas City.
This Rams team's not afraid to use that 4th down either.
It's crazy. We're only 10 minutes into the game, but it feels like they were desperate to get that stop.
They needed that.
And this punt is not a good one off of the foot of Ethan Evans, although takes a Rams bounce inside the 20-yard line. Winds up getting 50 yards out of it. Taking this one in is Panthers with a 1st down and 10, and Young has no chance. He's buried by Puka Nacua. Quietly one of the most important players on this defense, his first year of a 3-year contract.
You come into the game and you're worried about Jared Verse and Byron Young, and they decide not to block Puka Nacua, trying to set up a little misdirection play pass on 1st down. And
Rams defense coming off a 6-sack performance against the Cardinals last week. Young from his own goal line, hit as he lets it go. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, gets back the yards lost on the sack. He's tackled by their leading tackler, Nate Landman.
And then 6 defensive backs. So Landman, Spates, they're on the sideline.
Here's Coker for a 1st down. They go from 2nd and 19 to getting a 1st down on Coker's 2nd catch. Dowdle's back in. He takes the fake. Young on the move, looking downfield. He will toss it out of bounds as he's hit by Young.
And also just knocking out these defensive draft picks now year after year.
Handoff Etienne. Trevor Etienne spilled it for 35. Try it again here against a 4-man rush. Verse is coming. Young gets rid of it to Tremble, and they've got another 3rd down conversion. Tommy Tremble, career high in catches. His 2nd of this playoff game, moves the chains.
Just a little bit longer. Give himself time to find a target.
Quick throw to the roll, McMillan. 1st down inside the 45. The lone rookie with more than 1,000 receiving yards, probably going to be the offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, he's taking a page out of the Matthew Stafford book. The only 2 guys on the field that know that could be a pass player, Tedero McMillan and Bryce Young. The other 9 guys are all operating like it's going to be a handoff.
Looks to throw. First read taken away. Rips it over the middle, and it's picked off. Kobie Durant the interception. Durant, who had just 1 pick the previous 2 years.
Yeah, so take a look here at Jalen Coker. He's going to run an in-breaking dig route, and he just stops. He feels Quentin Lake coming down, so.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Carolina, number 84. The 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. 1st down, Los Angeles.
That's Mitchell Evans, the tight end, going to tack on 15 yards here.
Yeah, so Bryce Young, he thinks Coker's going to stay on the move and run through that zone, and Coker just feels Quentin Lake there and thinks he's going to throttle. So young quarterback, young wide receiver. Take a look here. Here's the penalty on the sideline.
And by winning the turnover margin 3-0, they're down 1-0 today. Man late getting on the field there. They hand it off to Kyren Williams, taking advantage of the Panthers not being set up. Williams has 8 yards. There's Bobby Brown there late to the party. 2nd and 2. Back to the air with Stafford. One-handed catch by Colby Parkinson, and there's the first look at a Rams tight end, and I'll just let you take over, Greg.
Listen, I actually texted McVay this week. I said, man, there's 2 things that I would love, back in my day. I'd love to play for you, and I'd love to coach your tight end group, because there is not a group of tight ends in the league that is asked to do all the different things because of the quantity of plays with multiple tight ends. They might not have to.
Handoff, Kyren Williams makes a cut, darts ahead inside the 20 with a gain of 6. On 2nd and 4, it's Williams again, and he's stopped by Bobby Brown. 3rd and short.
His ability to evolve this offense is one of his strengths.
Nacua's got it for a 1st down, beating Christian Roseboom. 1st down and goal. Back to the ground. Here's Kyren Williams. Lowers the shoulder, runs to the 5. 5'9", 200, but just keeps on trucking.
The main cog in all of that's the MVP candidate quarterback.
Look out for Davante Adams down here. They give it to Puka Nacua, though, and Nacua breaks tackles and gets his 2nd touchdown. Puka Nacua having himself one heck of a day. His 6th catch of this first half, his 2nd touchdown, and it's 13-0 Rams.
And we talked to defensive coordinator of the Carolina Panthers, Adro Avero. He said, we have to turn this into a kicking contest. We have to force red zone field goals. So
with Adams deployed off to the right, you know, the Panthers are thinking the same thing. They're going to be hungry to get him involved down there. They go the other way. To Nacua in Rams. Panthers get the ball again. It's a touchback. Sean McVay.
3 wide receiver type offense. They're just doing it with a bunch of big bodies.
First play of the drive is a Chuba Hubbard run for 3.
Area of emphasis and concern for Dave Canales, and so far it hasn't played out.
Young under pressure again. It's Ford coming after him. He gets loose, throws on the run. Jalen Coker snags it. Perhaps atoning for stopping his route and leading to an interception on the last drive.
All right, so Robert Hunt, a lot of conversations in Carolina about his addition today. But again, he hasn't played since week 2. So I was very concerned coming into this game. You can only simulate, especially late in the season, you can only simulate live reps so often. And Robert Hunt now, he just came out of the game. And
yeah, you got to wonder how good can a guy be expected to be.
It's hard. You can only block the trainer with the pad so many times late in the season.
Jared Verse is not the trainer. Looking long here, letting it fly. There's McMillan, put it right on the 4. From the 33, play action. Given time, steps up over the middle. It's McMillan again. To the 11. 2nd consecutive grab for the rookie. This one goes for 21.
Just a great job there. McMillan working one-on-one against Kobie Durant. Tell you what, not sure there's a clear front runner necessarily for the offensive rookie of the year, but McMillan started fast.
Can get a first down here without scoring a touchdown, just outside of the 10. They hand it off to Chuba Hubbard. Breaks a tackle and gets to the 4. Chuba Hubbard, 2nd and goal. Spot where the Panthers have to have it. Looking to throw for it. Young lofts it back of the end zone and incomplete. Bryson Tremaine is defended by Durant. It's a pass. Young dances, throws, back of the end zone, flag flies. Pass interference on Kobie Durant, defending Xavier Legette. And so it'll be 1st and goal for the Panthers with this 3rd down penalty.
Pass interference, defense number 14. Molly plays at the 1-yard line.
Here comes Hubbard, straight into the end zone for the Panther touchdown. Had to have it, and they take advantage of the 3rd down penalty to get it.
All right, watch Damian Lewis, the left guard. He was the other half of that big free agent.
Marches him down the field. The extra point from Ryan Fitzgerald makes it a 14-7. That's why you don't worry about the weather forecast. It hadn't rained a drop.
And a fun trivia question. What's the only play in NFL football you're going to have 12 guys on the field legally?
Start the drive with a run, and Blake Corum gets 5.
There's really no other opportunity. He goes, here, I'm challenged. I play under center. I play in the play action game, and false start here by the Rams.
False start. Offense number 17. 5-yard penalty for 2nd down.
He's just so impressive.
Flag again. Davante Adams has it, and he's tackled right away by J.C. Horn. Flags flying all over the place, though, as Horn brings down Adams.
Offense offsides, number 18. The 5-yard, 19. The 5-yard penalty for 2nd down.
Stafford has a wide open man. It's Higbee stumbling free inside the 35. It goes for 36.
Well, it goes back to, we were saying earlier, this tight end group, it could just do so much. Nick Scott.
What's he doing?
He's the down safety. Now, Carolina plays almost exclusively zone coverage. But they're going to start in a lot of high shells, but they're only going to end up with 1 high safety. But Nick Scott has to understand there's no one threatening him underneath. Just force Matthew Stafford to check the ball down.
Corum Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Turk Wharton, who missed the last month with a hamstring injury, has made a couple of plays in his first game back. Who knows what's going to unfold over the next month? On 2nd and 9, Matt Stafford looks to throw. Puka Nacua driven down by Trayvon Merrick, who's been a stud. On 3rd and 3. Sideline, Adams climbs the ladder, but he's out of bounds. Defended by Mike Jackson. 12 out of 13 in the regular season. From 46. Right down the middle for the thicker kicker out of Missouri. Rams get 3, lead by 10. 17-7 in the NFC Championship game against Arizona. As Ethan Evans sends it away. A line drive kick taken by Etienne. Trevor Etienne gets planted shy of the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, they started off with a Rico Dowdle run. He spins across the 30 with a gain of 8. Down to Christina. 2nd and 2. Back-to-back runs. Dowdle hit at the line. It's Josiah Stewart and Ty Hamilton. 3rd down and 2. Young back to throw. He's got Hubbard swinging out of the backfield. And oh no, he had room to run and couldn't pull it in. Got 8 yards on 1st down and wind up having to punt. It's a line drive from Martin. Xavier Smith will let it roll, and he couldn't decide. Should I pick it up? Should I let it go? He lets it go, and it keeps on rolling. From the 12, Nacua motions in the block. And a run for Kyren Williams goes for 3.
Again, we talked so much about that Week 13 game. So far, the blueprint hasn't matched.
Again, Stafford's got all kinds of time. Throws it out of bounds over to Nacua's head.
I'd imagine at some point, try to get Davante Adams into this game.
Corner blitz off him. It's picked up. There he is, Davante Adams, but it's in front of him and incomplete. Oh, they had him.
You got to work yourself back into game action, and can't help
coming after this. Almost got there. Fair catch taken by Etienne. Oh, he lost the ball. The Rams are on top of it. That was Troy Reeder that got there first. Did he hang on? They're doing a lot of things wrong today.
Just completely misjudges. You have to wonder, up in that swirling wind, you just misjudge it. And you see him, he tried to go backwards and ends up hitting him in the face mask. So they teach those returners, if you feel like it's caught up in the wind, I mean, you can see the top of the goalpost, those ribbons are really swirling, and then go try to steal some points knowing you can double dip after the break.
Corum, surge from that right side of the line, gets him 6 before Claudia Sherless makes the tackle. Could take this to the 2-minute warning if they choose. They will snap it and give it to Corum again, and Corum skates his way through for a 1st down. Second-year man out of Michigan.
Yeah, I think either one of those is too thrilled about that potential matchup.
Stafford back to Kyren Williams. Has some room. There's a flag. Williams with the 1st down, but a flag in the area.
Steve Avila.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 73. The 10-yard penalty. Replay 1st down.
Incredible improvement.
Try to get a little bit back with a draw. Williams across the 30, got 7. Down to Pam Oliver. Stafford completed his first 8 passes. He's 0 for his last 3. Keep it on the ground with Williams. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage and got just 1. And it was actually Blake Corum who would come in there.
Don't be afraid to throw this ball short of the sticks. If it gets to a 4th down, could be a go.
Stafford finds Higbee. Tackled shy of the 1st down marker. It was Nick Scott. Nacua motions out. Blitz is coming. Stafford looking to run for the 1st down. Instead lets it go, and it's broken up. This first playoff trip in almost a decade might be short-lived, but now a chance to get to within a score with 1:30. Rico Dowdle's thrown down by the reigning Rookie of the Year, Jared Verse.
The last thing you want to do is let Matthew Stafford back on the field.
Snap it with 1:05. Young loads up, going deep, wants Coker. Flags fly. The coverage from Quentin Lake. Rams are going to argue that that's uncatchable.
Quentin Lake He's had some coverage struggles. He's given up a few receptions. It seems like the Panthers are really targeting him in coverage.
Defense, number 37. All he plays for the final foul. First down.
34-yard penalty. That's the 5th penalty today on the Rams to just 1 for the Panthers. The one advantage. 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Young lofting, Coker, perfect toss. Jordan Coker inside the 20. Longest play of the day for Carolina, 32 yards. And there you go, taking a shot, taking advantage of the big targets.
That was one of the keys of the game in my mind, coming in. And again, it's Quentin Lake matched up in the slot.
5 to choose from on 1st and 10. In rhythm, end zone, Legette, incomplete. Catch and throw. Bryce Young feeling it, putting it out there for Legette. One of the guys they got last year that would ultimately emerge the way he has, the undrafted one. On 2nd down, pressure coming, throws it behind Dowdle. Before the rush got home, Byron Young was there, so was Omar Spates. Second quarter's been a teeter-totter, but both teams trying to break through still. Young steps up, he's got room. Bryce Young tucks it, runs, Bryce Young, touchdown!
We're going to try to do a little TE stunt here on the right side. Byron Young, he's going to get some interior pressure. That's what moves Bryce Young. And then just one-on-one in space with Nate Landman. And tell you what, it's not really his game, but you think back to his career, right? His Heisman Trophy year, what he did at Alabama. Not the biggest guy, not the most physical, but
Fitzgerald. How in the heck is this a 3-point game? One of the favorites with this offense that they've got. Trying to avenge that Week 13 loss to the Panthers. As this one bounces by Rivers, but it was shy of the landing zone. Oh, boy.
The kick did not reach the landing zone.
One of the best passing games in the league.
From the 40 after the penalty. Stafford. There's Davante Adams. They added a couple seconds. 31. Out of timeouts. Here comes a blitz. Picked up. Stafford with time. Wants Nacua, but it's incomplete. Stafford hit as he throws, and it flutters incomplete. And the potential Super Bowl hopes of the Rams. 3rd and 10. Stafford going long. Puka Nacua off his hands and incomplete. Hamlet's okay, though. What a throw.
I wouldn't even try to catch this ball if I was the guy.
Get out of there. You're yelling Peter while they're snapping it. Late touchdown and then the stop. And a 17-14 game. They find themselves in one that didn't necessarily look like it was going to be. The way that this is headed early on. That's a touchback. And we go down to Pam Oliver. Started off with play action. Adams has it knocked away. Ripped out of there by Mike Jackson.
Start open in the 3rd quarter, just can't connect.
Stafford off his back foot wants Adams, and it's broken up by Horn. And so Horn says, I see a Mike Jackson on the other side. Sidearm throw and incomplete. And 0 for 3 to open this half.
DJ Wadham there in the 1st half, so something to keep an eye on.
Let's keep an eye on this right here with Etienne, who had the ball go off his face mask. Fair catch. Juggles it.
I'm not even really sure if people don't even know they're saying it anymore.
Pass play to start the 2nd half. And Young, who ran for a touchdown in the 1st half, runs for 7 or 8 right here. He'll be spotted where he started that slide. It's a gain of 8. Give him 9 on that run. 2nd and 1. Run it again. Chuba Hubbard. 1st down. And the Rams defense right at the front.
If you're going to run the ball between the 30s on me, I'm not really concerned about yardage.
Young throws this one into the dirt. Feed to McMillan as he was pressured by Curl and Verse. Long time in Seattle under Pete Carroll. Blitz is coming. Omar Spates got him off his spot. And Young will throw it out of bounds. 3rd and 10 and down to Christina.
we got up some really difficult situations. Our defense did a great job there.
Great. Thanks so much, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
And Joe, we've been monitoring
He
Bryce
wanted
Young's
to avoid right here. Over the middle, it is a strike and a first down. Fires it over the middle to McMillan. 17 yards.
This time they put Teterow and McMillan into the slot. See, he gives a little like he's taking.
First down from the 44. Chuba Hubbard looking for space. Hubbard with a few. It's not as big of a deal that they're not good on third down offense because they're rarely in it. Hubbard slips the first man and gets drilled at the line of scrimmage. Omar Spates, undrafted last year, has turned into a full-time starter for this defense.
I'll tell you right now, this play, they throw it short of the sticks or they hand this ball off.
Oh, the hard count gets him. And a free play for Young. Coker unable to take advantage. Braden Fisk, though, pulled off by the hard count. And this penalty should give him a first down.
Offside. Defense number 55. 5-yard penalty is enough for a first down, Carolina.
And it does. The lead.
Make sure you take advantage of that free play. So well done.
Saw right there, Rob Hunt back in the game. He left with an injury in the first half. Eighth play of this drive is another Chuba Hubbard run. And it is crowded in there. Hubbard. Feed it to him in the pass game. Gets a couple blocks. Chuba Hubbard lowers the shoulder. Fights for a first down. He says, we got to go. And they get it off. And Hubbard's tackled at the line of scrimmage by the rookie or the second-year man, Tyler Davis. We're going to try and take you up on that challenge. Hubbard again. And third down again. Licking their chops on 3rd and 7. Four-man rush into the flats. Tommy Tremble upended by Forbes. 4th and 2.
Interesting decision here by a team that has more fourth down conversions than anybody in football.
So the rookie out of Florida State, Ryan Fitzgerald, in his first postseason kick has tied the game. 24 for 29 during the regular season. 1 for 1 in the playoffs. Check with Mike again here in a second as Ronnie Rivers brings this one back for the Rams and has some room to take it to the 30.
They cost themselves a chance to go to the Super Bowl because they failed on fourth down. So you've got to stick to what's gotten you here. You can't be fearful of the pushback.
Kyren Williams into the teeth of the defense. Short game.
13 package that's kind of taken the league by storm.
Blitz is coming. Stafford trying to beat it. It's too tall and incomplete. Over Nacua's head, and then Shaw Smith-Wade had that ball go right by his feet.
Shaw Smith-Wade sees that pressure coming off the slot.
Here they come. Picked up. Davante Adams has it. Blitz gets picked up, and Stafford zips it through for 20.
Well, that's high-level quarterback. He knew that Shaw Smith-Wade was going to come off the slot and doesn't.
Misfired on his previous 7. Blitz again, picked up again. Nacua this time, and it's broken up. Christian Roseboom.
There's no question he's feeling it.
Checks it down, out of the backfield, Kyren Williams. Cannot get away. Sideline, Adams drilled, but he couldn't hang on. A flag flies. Nick Scott is going to get called for the penalty here.
And that flag, it came all the way from the back. Back judge threw it. The official that was on the near sideline get helmet to helmet. Yeah, he certainly does. I mean, Mike, I think that's a clear cut.
Yeah, it is. And the back judge steps up and makes the big call here. Now look at this is something that is reviewable in replay. They could look at this, and if there's no contact,
to lower the strike zone, and that's just the way it is.
Williams inside the 25, wrestled down.
I'll dare him to throw it to somebody else. Let's see what McVay does.
They'll look to throw. It's tight end screen, and Parkinson couldn't hang on. The rookie Nick Scorton has had an impressive year as this has gone on. Top of your screen. Stafford going end zone. Wants Nacua. Defended by Jackson. And it's 4th down. The Rams retake the lead. How about Harrison Mevis? Adams available to him. Back in front, 20-17. Xavier Legette getting a chance on the return. And Legette hurdles his way to the 31.
Kicking team number
and you can hear an unsportsmanlike conduct after the play.
First down, Carolina.
On Dejon Johnson. Those are today's next-gen stats powered by AWS. Young to throw. Here's Dowdle. Rico Dowdle. One-on-one, Emmanuel Forbes. Corner blitz coming. They run in that direction, and it's Emmanuel Forbes to get there to bring him down. Forbes on the cornerback blitz drops Dowdle for a loss of 1. As the 4 seed that nobody's given a chance. Young zips it. Legette can't hang on.
Their 27 conversions in the regular season are by far the most.
0 for 1 today, though. Out of an empty set, Young is pressured. Bryce trying to get away from Byron. Throws incomplete, and they're 0 for 2 on 4th down.
That's certainly, from a psychological standpoint, the hardest part of all this.
Dance with the one who brung you. Blake Corum got 6. It's only the 3rd run of this second half for the Rams. Right from the time that he hit that hand, numbers not nearly as good. On the boot, turns his shoulders. Under pressure and drilled. Travis Gibson leveled him for a loss of 8.
Coming into the game, we talked, you got to have a plan for the play-action pass. It's the best play-action team in football. It's actually the best thing Carolina does all season long. Teams have had a really hard time connecting on big plays in the play-action passing game. And
once Adams, it's picked off. Mike Jackson makes his mark again.
All right, so the story to start the game was the Panthers couldn't get anything done. Now they're going to run a little 3-man pick stunt. Watch Derek Brown. He's going to come around late, and that big body just blocks the vision of Matthew Stafford. So first couple drives, Stafford stood back there and had all the time in the world. And here in the last quarter and a half, the pressure's really picked up, and this Carolina defense is playing out of their mind.
Again, historically bad defense 1 year ago. Not just the worst in the NFL. Keeping them in the game against the top offense in the league. From the 38-yard line, here comes Chuba Hubbard. Stiff arms Lake. Lake kept down fighting. Got him at the line of scrimmage. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and 9. Young retreats, steps up, lets it fly. He's got Coker. Jalen Coker stops and starts. 1st and goal, Carolina. 51, biggest play of the day.
Every offense in football has this play. It's a dagger concept. Jimmy Horn, he takes Quentin Lake and takes the top off this defense. And we've talked about Jalen Coker's ascension down the stretch, really becoming the number 2 receiver in this Panthers offense, and comes away with a huge play here to end the 3rd quarter.
4th quarter begins with a 1st and goal and a play-action pass. Young to the sideline. Coker broke a tackle and then got pounded by Landman. A flag will fly on him. So on both sides, we've had a person. Landman is going to get called for one against Coker. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, I like the call. Watch him. They're not calling. He's not a defenseless player. However, the defender cannot come in, lead with the helmet, and that's the call they made. So it doesn't have to be head or neck, but if he leads with that helmet, it is.
For these moments to run the ball between the tackles.
Chuba Hubbard, straight ahead, over the goal line, touchdown Carolina, Panthers lead. (24-20) Carolina. First takeaway of the day for the Panthers. Fitzgerald kicks it. Rivers from the 10. Ronnie Rivers. Back. Handoff Nacua. Puka Nacua broke a tackle and got 5. He knew what he was getting himself into. He told us these are the best DBs we've seen this year. Over the middle, he's got an open Adams. Davante Adams. Again, attack in the middle of the field, and Adams gets 22 into Panthers territory.
With all this zone coverage, just puts a lot of stress on the inside linebackers. Roseboom, he's reading the eyes of Stafford. Nobody better in the league at looking these balls up. Look, he's looking to the right, and that's exactly where Roseboom's going, and
So good.
next thing you know, that ball whizzes past your ear.
Handoff, Kyren Williams. Tripped out to the line of scrimmage.
You just do it a bunch of times in practice.
Nacua dancing. Yeah, and he's wrestled down a little bit short by Merrick and Sherless. I guess in Stafford's case, he did it over 17 years. And they put him in the gun. Stafford looking, throwing, over Nacua's head, and broke it up. Williams, straight ahead run, first down Los Angeles. Williams again. Brown.
How many guys there are on each side? They call them surfaces.
There's a way to
there you go.
surprise them.
Talk about throwing tendencies.
Seemed they had no business losing to, and there were worries about them getting it going into the playoffs. Here's Nacua. Brown flies over there to tackle him.
They come away with a lot of touchdowns, so certainly a tough matchup. They get down there around the 5-yard line or closer. It becomes Davante Adams time.
Stafford has Williams. Kyren Williams puts the Rams back in front. 13 yards, Matthew Stafford to Kyren Williams. The defense.
Yeah, watch what he does to Sherless. He's going to be one-on-one. It's going to be a 3-way go. So the best guys I've ever been around, the linebackers, the Luke Kuechly's of the world, they always say, make the back break out. But you see just the ability to manipulate the eyes with Stafford, and once Sherless plays outside leverage and Kyren Williams crosses.
An 11-play answer for the Rams. Mevis for the extra point. And the lead is 3.
Ball loose. Sean McVay's telling him a hell of a job, and Kyren Williams able to punch one in.
It's an 11-play drive, and the most important one was an incompletion. Trying to knock off the defending champ. Bryce Young, Carolina back on offense from the 35-yard line, and the flag flies. False start.
False start. Offense, number 64. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Not a ton of wins since getting into the NFL, but the ones that he's gotten usually involve a late comeback. Outside to Coker, who was stopped by Lake.
And heroics. Pretty remarkable.
On second down, it's a screen back in the hands of Coker. Dances out of traffic and is tackled from behind by Byron Young. Surrounded by white shirts, loses 2 yards. 3rd and long, under 8.
Yeah, just trying to do a little too much there. That's just trying to.
For the Rams getting ready. Bringing a blitz out of the secondary. Trying to beat it to Coker down the field. Can't pull it in. Durant the coverage.
Especially against press coverage. You're almost better off underthrowing the ball.
Martin to Smith. Fair catch. Juggle. Man, something in the water. Trying to get him to the finish line. Blake Corum. Slipped the tackle of J.C. Horn and was stopped by Christian Roseboom. Stafford to throw on second down. Zips it. Nacua into the tightest window. Stafford to Nacua for a first down.
Friendly fire there. J.C. Horn. Sherless. They ended up colliding. Last thing Carolina can afford here is losing anybody down the stretch. Tight ends exclusively these last 2 drives.
To lead the way for Corum. Flag down as Corum gets to the 45.
Holding. Offense, number 67. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Adams knocked away. Almost picked.
Evans, who's replacing him at the top of your screen.
Up there trying to guard Nacua. Stafford looking that way. Checks it down. Blake Corum. And the guy that comes in for the injured chairless, Bam Martin Scott, makes the tackle. Chuck down. Corum can't split him. Nick Scott, Christian Roseboom.
Great job on back-to-back plays, tackling in space.
Evans to punt it. Coming after it and blocking it. Carolina's blocked the punt. Isaiah Simmons
has been an issue in Los Angeles the entire season. They made a coordinator change. Chase Blackburn was let go early in the season, and nothing's really changed. The special teams just continue to have blunders, and this time it's Isaiah Simmons coming up with the play of his life.
5 losses this year. Has them in a tough spot here. They lead by 3. Wow, faking a toss. McMillan inside the 15. How about that nifty work play for 16 yards?
That's the exact same play we saw in the first half. 9 guys are running the ball. 2 guys have a tag alert pass, and see Bryce Young, he points at Tedero McMillan and says, nice job there, buddy. The second 48 Spates. The second he pulls the trigger and run, it's kind of a version of an RPO. And
35 to go. 3 timeouts both sides. Chuba Hubbard over the right side of the line. Keeps on turning. Chuba Hubbard fights his way for 7.
Sean McVay will start using him.
2nd and 3, under 3. A bootleg. Hit at the line and incomplete. Nate Landman blitzing from his linebacker spot. As aggressive as Canales is. Blitz comes. Young, corner of the end zone. Coker, a dime, a touchdown, a Panther lead.
Wild card weekend. Bryce Young takes a look out, one-on-one in the slot against the safety Cam Curl, and
walk it over there and hand it to him any better than he just threw it to the corner of the end zone for Coker.
It's a huge kick right here.
And it's right there from the rookie. Is the team to beat? Rams seeing that wide open playoff field, but saying, oh no, it can't end here like this. 2:39, down 4. Rivers on the return. And so Stafford and the Rams will have it at the 29-yard line. Nacua to the 36.
For that 2-minute warning.
Adams this time settles in the zone with a first down to the 46. Adams, soft coverage. Rams take advantage. He gets 6 yards.
And they're playing him where J.C. Horn usually plays. The short side of the field. He's up there at the top.
Nacua, middle of the defense to the 30. 18 yards for Puka Nacua on his 10th catch of the day.
Yeah, Stafford just continues to get all of his production in between the numbers. And Adrian Rivero, the defensive coordinator, he's got...
Minute 10. 1st and 10. Middle again, but it's dropped by Adams.
Trayvon Merritt, they've used him as an extra rusher a lot today.
Zips it through there. And it's a first down and the first catch of the day for the rookie Konate Mumfield. 1st and 10 from the 19. Stafford going towards the end zone. Parkinson! What a catch! And a touchdown! Kobie Parkinson! The Rams are back in front with 38 seconds.
Wow! You just can't have...
That's his 9th this year. Extra point trying to make it a 3-point game, and Harrison Mevis does.
How big of a risk do they decide to take? They kick one of those dirty kicks they've been doing all year?
Perfectly done by Evans. Forces the return from Trevor Etienne. Etienne trying to get around the corner. 32 seconds. Young looks to throw. Pressured by Byron Young. Steps away. Heaves it into coverage and incomplete. Closest man there was Cam Curl.
Look at the middle of the field. A lot of space in there.
Young avoids the rush. Bryce Young throws incomplete.
Now whether Landman drops or not, it's just stressing the protection.
They get there again. Lofted up. Incomplete. Last chance. Young. It's dropped, and it's over. Jimmy Horn drops it, and the Rams survive. Beat them by 3 in November. They return the favor here in the playoffs. Matthew Stafford and the Rams are moving on. What a ball game. Sean McVay told us he thought this team was ready for a playoff run because they'd been tested, because they'd suffered so many close losses. Learn from those, he had hoped.